what is the American identity? The history of America has been shaped by the people who have resided there, while several unifying beliefs created an overall sense of national identity. That national identity is also known as the American identity. But not all people have the same perspective on everything, and because of this, the American identity is constantly being challenged and changed. The United States of America is a mixing pot of different cultures and beliefs. Throughout history, the introduction of new thoughts, ideas, and processes have led to the development of the American identity.
To start off with, the Native Americans that lived in America before anyone else had their own American identity. The Native Americans had deep traditional ties along with rituals that had been performed for thousands of years. They also stressed importance with family, hunting, and overall surviving.
Along with the introduction of the colonists came the institution of Christianity and the Europeans forcing their believed dominance over the Native Americans. The Europeans killed numerous Native Americans from disease, working them too hard in slavery systems, and completely crushed the American identity that had existed for thousands of years before the Europeans had arrived.
As the number of colonies began to grow in the Americas, some people began developing a new American identity. The people were opposed by a series of acts passed in Britain called the Intolerable Acts that restricted the colony's trade with other nations. Right after the American Revolution, the new national identity is not that strong, as some people still see themselves as British. Thanks to the new Constitution and Bill of Rights, the American identity becomes stronger in the minds of many. The new American identity is closely tied to the belief that whites are the superior race, and that will continue for many more years. But in the 1800s, more people make pushes against the American identity that it's not about race, but it's about what you do. In Ralph Waldo Emerson's American Scholar, he states that in nature we are all equal, but society makes us not equal. Throughout the years, America becomes more and more modernized. The American identity becomes more developed as traits such as American exceptionalism and self-made man are seen all over the nation. The United States achieves its goal of manifest destiny. The people are the machine, and the land is the garden. People begin to see what is right eventually. White males are not superior to anyone else. The American identity has time and time again evolved because of challenging views of Enlightenment figures and abolitionists. We still have a ways to go. The American identity is always changing.